Well, to begin with, I want to tell you about Homeland Security. When you talk about that on a national level, you're talking about the ones that actually investigate such things as dirty bombs and terrorists and such forth as that. And we do that as sheriff, and as in law enforcement we do that. But as Homeland Security Director, we're under the Governor's Office of Homeland Security, which each parish has a Homeland Security Director, and we're more of an emergency response. In other words, tornadoes, some serious weather events, natural disasters, that sort of thing.
But are you in the loop when the FBI and all that are saying, hey, your city's on this list, you guys need to be on alert?
Do we get any emails?
Then you put your sheriff hat on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you get emails that say some sheriff in the middle of Iowa doesn't get?
Probably so.
And that's because we're on that list?
No, that's because of the clearance that I have through the FBI and through the way that we're on the FBI's joint terrorism task force. I have two people that are actually on that, and we all we just have a very, I don't know what they do in Iowa, to be honest with you, but I know that we stay in the loop very, very closely. We have a meeting that I've called that's coming up next week, as a matter of fact, even though it's Monday, with all law enforcement and federal officials around here to discuss some different things that we need to discuss. And so, yes, we're as up on it as anyone could be. We talk as law enforcement heads around here. We talk often about our response. We have drills. We have tabletop exercises through the Homeland Security hat that I would wear in responding to any kind of disaster, whether it be man-made or natural.
I'm sorry. Let me ask you this. Do you have a list? I know y'all do, but I don't know how much you can share with me, of people who may be refugees that may be in the state or in our area.
No.
You do not?
No.
Would you like that?
Well, do you remember when we had Hurricane Katrina, and I fought to find out the backgrounds of people from just New Orleans?
Sure.
And that was such a battle, and we found out that quite a few of them were wanted. Of the last wave, now I don't mean the bulk of the people that came to New Orleans, but the ones that were stuck at that hotel that the FEMA had actually put out there, they were, quite a few of them were wanted. And so we had a real problem getting to the backgrounds of them. I can't imagine getting the backgrounds of a Syrian that there is no background that exists.
Now, pardon me for interrupting, because you just brought up a very interesting point. As the government, as the feds are moving Syrian refugees, some and soon to be more, into New Orleans, and people are saying, well, have these people been vetted? A lot of folks in New Orleans, the people in New Orleans are saying yes, 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 but the FBI says, no, there's no way we can vet these people. What is based on your experience, which side of that do you come down on?
There's no way they could be vetted. How would you could take somebody from the United States and send them over to Italy and all of a sudden destroy all the records or have no records, as Syria would not have, of the National Computer Crime Base or anything, NCIC, any kind of FBI statistics or arrest records. I mean, you destroyed all them, the people in Italy wouldn't know who the American was, and that's what we're up against. They can say they vet them all they want, but there's no way that they could.
Are you not in favor of the refugees coming to Louisiana?
Well, that gets to be really, really political when you say you're in favor of it. I'm in favor of helping folks that need help, but I'm in favor of doing the due diligence that you need to protect your own citizens, and that's not been there yet. And it's just, like I say, it's just a much larger international problem that I had when they sent the folks from or when FEMA and the folks from the hurricane ended up here.
Sheriff Steve Prator, let me ask you this: with Shreveport Bossier on that ISIS list, I want you to give our listeners some advice. What should they do? What should they look out for? And what should they report to police about?
Well, just report anything that you see that you think is suspicious, and don't so many times folks, it goes through their minds, well, I don't want to trouble them with this, or I'm sure I'm not seeing this right, or I don't understand what's going on, or I don't want to take the time to call. If it's something that's fairly suspicious, or you think that there may be something, use some common sense, logic, and call somebody in law enforcement and let them know, and put the monkey on our back, put it on our desk to deal with, and then you've done what you need to do, and then we have to do what we have to do. But just be aware of your surroundings. That's the crime prevention number one tip, is just be aware of the situation that you're in.